Hello guys, Jack here, and I'm here today with my Blackwing deck profile. This is going to be a quick video, as most people know what Blackwings do by now, and this is just to show an updated list for 2015. By 2015, this would be the November 2015 banned list, as you can see by the title. And without further ado, let's get into it. To start off the deck, we run 2 Gale. You only need 2 Gale. It's highly searchable in the deck, and you don't need to see. At 3 it's cloggy. You don't need to see it more. At 3 it's cloggy because you've got other tuners. Run 7 tuners, and so this card just becomes slightly less relevant due to the support that came out, the gold support. And yeah, that's all that needs to really be said about that. Next up is 2 Pinaki. This card is really good because this card is a search, and you can even use it to search out this. So that's what I mean by plenty of search. There's even more search if you know Blackwings, and this card is really good. The only downside of it is it can't be special summoned. If it doesn't have the same effect as this, where it can't be special summoned from the hand. So yeah, you only run this at 2 because otherwise it gets a bit cloggy due to the fact it can't be special summoned and its stats aren't the best. So it is the second weakest monster in my deck, so Black Whirlwind doesn't really get that many searches off of it, so yeah. Next up, we run 2 Blizzard. Blizzard is now pretty much a staple at 2 in every Blackwing deck. At 3, he clogs because he cannot be special summoned whatsoever. He cannot be special summoned. So you can't special summon from grave, hand, deck, or anywhere. So drawing into this is kind of bad. You want to search it out when you need it, but drawing into it every now and again isn't too bad, but 2's fine, 3 clogs. But yeah, Blizzard is definitely one of the best monsters of the deck. Next up, we run 1 Orochi the Squall. Orochi the Squall is really, really good because he just allows you to get a combo where you can get 2 synchros out in 1 turn, which I'll show you in a later video, in a Blackwing combo video, like I did with my Gagagas. But this is really good due to the fact it can change the position of a monster when it's used for a synchro summon, which can get you out of some pretty tight spots. But all in all, at 1, it's really good because it searches everything in the deck, searches it, as this is my lowest attacking monster. So this card is never dead when you draw it, but you only need it at 1, or otherwise it does get a bit cloggy. Now we're moving on from the tuners, we run Triple Kaloot. You need Triple Kaloot, as if you know, it's like an honest for the deck, except they only gain 1/4. And this is really good. You can play mind games with your opponent with this. If you have this, if you search this, and they know you have it in hand, they are less likely to attack, or fearing that they'll drop it on their big monster and kill it. They won't attack in fear of you having one of these anyway. So you can play a little mind game, and if they're stupid enough, they will attack. You'll drop the Kaloot, and you'll more than likely kill one of their monsters. But any less than 3, and you're missing out. Now on to the level 4s. We run Triple Chris. I like Triple Chris. I don't run any level 5s. I don't run that level 5 that people used to run. But I run this because this is my biggest attacker in the deck, so this is my main searcher off of Black Whirlwind. 1/9 is nothing to laugh at, really, and the fact that he can't be destroyed by traps once per turn spells or traps once per turn means I can summon him, not fearing a bottomless, not fearing a torrential, and I know I can at least have 1 monster on the board still. So that's what makes him really good. So you can summon him and not be scared, really. Next up, I run Triple Shearer. Some people run 2. I like this at 3 because I see it enough, and because I see it more. I know that seems stupid, and that's why you run stuff at 3. But when I was running this at 2, I hardly saw it, and at 3 is perfect. With him being 1/8, he's really good because I can just normal summon him, get a search off Black Whirlwind, special summon something, attack, special summon something else, and it's really good for getting in loads of damage and going into a synchro play in main phase 2 and allowing you to search out any tuner that you want, really, except Blizzard, obviously, because Blizzard can't be special summoned. Then we run Triple Borer. Borer is really good. He causes piercing damage and you can be special summoned. It's the fact that he can be just special summoned if you control a Blackwing monster other than Borer the Spear. So you can have this out on the field and have 1, 2, all 3 Borers and just special summon them all at the same time, which is really, really good. And the fact that he does piercing is really good as well because you can drop a Kalute when you're attacking a defense position monster, which means that you're always going to deal damage. Also, he can help you go into some really good synchro plays because the fact that he can just be special summoned, which is really, really good. Next off, to round off the monsters, we run one Zephyros the Elite. We run one Zephyros the Elite because of his bounce back effect, and obviously it can be used once per turn, so there's no use having more than one. For spells, we run triple Black Whirlwind. Run this, it's our searcher for the card, and you want to see this as soon as possible, so that's why you run this at 3. Normal summon a Blackwing. Every time you normal summon a Blackwing, so you could use double summon and still get 2 off, or you could use Nothing's effect to get another normal summon off. So you can get this off more than once per turn, which is really, really good. Any less than 3, and you're not running the deck properly. 2 Pot of Duality. 2 Pot of Duality, I only run this at 2 because obviously it starts us some special summoning, but also it helps us dig into our deck to get to the Black Whirlwinds and other combo pieces quite fast. But yeah, at 2 it's really good because it just sorts out that slight consistency problem. Next up, 2 Instant Fusion. I like Instant Fusion at 2, other people like it at 1, but at 2 I find it really, really useful because mid to late game I can bring out a node in with it and then special summon a tuner, and I can still get into some quite big synchros. And they actually do help me get into big synchros as well, so I'm not wasting as many resources. Next up is Soul Charge. One kind of self-explanatory. Special summon load back and just sit there. Lower Darkness, they're all dark, so drop a bit of draw power. Regeki, destroy my opponent's shit. And now for the traps, I run Triple Icarus Attack. Triple Icarus Attack is really, really good. I'm going to think this format. The only thing that it won't really be good against is stuff like Cosmos, because obviously it's targets and Cosmos can just tag out. But it's really good for destroying back row more than anything. That's what I tend to use this card for more than monsters. So this just becomes a destroy 2 pretty much, and you're not really fussed about losing a monster, so because you've got all the special summon stuff and you can get like Soul Charge and stuff like that to bring them back. But that's why I like this at 3, because it does just allow you to destroy back row, which otherwise you'd be scared of. Then I run double Black Sonic. I might put this up to 3, or I'm going to side third, because put it up to 3 or side it, because the other card that I run is Mirror Force. This is terrible against like Cosmos or whatever, so I decided 2 more of these against Cosmos and then another one against whatever. Pretty much you can just mess around. You can mess around with the ratios. So at the moment I'm going to be siding 2 Mirror Force, 1 Black Sonic. So depending on who I come up against, I can just change that around slightly. But yeah, Black Sonic is really good because of the fact that it does just banish all your opponent's attack position monsters, which is worse than a Mirror Force. Like for your opponent, not you. Then I run 1 Grand Horn. I run Grand Horn over Solemn now in everything because Grand Horn is just amazing. It's probably not going to last this format, but you know, it's still a really good card. Then 1 Compulse. I run the Compulse over like something like Bottomless or whatever, just because I prefer the Compulse. It's better this format, I think. Sending stuff back to hand it may reset your opponent, but I'm not really too fussed about that. Then double Fiendish, just self-explanatory, negate effects, and stop them from attacking. Now on to the extra deck. Run 15. I run a bit of everything, but yeah, mainly synchros. 2 Nothing, get an additional normal summon, burn 800, make a monster lose 800, and yeah, just really, really good. The fact you get an additional normal summon as well, which just helps you get off with the Black Sonic. Not Black Sonic, Black Whirlwind. And 2 Hawk Joe. I've seen people run this at 1. I think I need it at 2 because when 1's gone, I'm just like, they're like, shit, I need another. So that's why I've run that at 2. You can run it at 1 if you want, but personally I like 2. There's also his ability to bring back something is really, really good. Then I run 1 of the new guy. This is just really, really good because I can just bring him out, destroy a lot of cards, and attack. This helps with an OTK, which I'll try and show you in a combo video later on. But this guy is just so good. I'm glad he came out. And I can't wait for the rest of the Blackwing support that's going to come out, hopefully in Bosch. Then I run 1 Armor Master. It's Armor Master, can't be destroyed by battle. Then Black Rose, blowing up the field. You can use this as a Moonlight if you want, but I would like a Moonlight, but I don't have one at the moment, so that. And then for my big guys, I run 1 Leo because he can't be targeted, and it's a 3/1, which is really, really good, and it's really easy to get out. And then 1 Star Eater because it's Star Eater, and I love this card. You don't have to run these. You could run some more XZs over these, but personally, I just like having a Star Eater to go into and be like, yeah, what are you going to do about this? What are you going to do this turn? Yeah. So yeah, that's why I like the noding, because the noding can help you get into this quite easily. Then I run 1 Ice Beast Seraphine because all that we are running a Wing Beast, which is really, really good. Then Castiel to spin stuff back to the deck. 101, stealing and a special summon monster. Cowboy for game, because why not? And then the 2 Nodin to help us, our instant fusion targets to help us go into 1-turn synchros, which is really, really good. Or you can go into one of these guys, which is just as good. So yeah. Well, that's everything for this deck profile, really, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time with another deck profile. Might not be mine, it might be somebody else's, hopefully, if someone will do that with me. But yeah, I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.